Now, another change very recently in your country, you spearheaded the legalization of same-sex marriage, a conservative government. How did it feel to put that on the agenda and get it done?
Well, 3 years ago, we came out with a very sort of disciplined LGBTQ strategy, which include various different sort of policy initiatives. But of course, what we call marriage equality, legalization of same-sex marriage, was the pinnacle of our strategy. And many people thought, I mean, are you taking a risk as a leader of a center-right party? And yes, I mean, I knew from the beginning that there are a lot of people also within my party that did not agree with this, but we went through extensive public consultation. We had a very vigorous debate in Greece. We had few extreme voices. We explained to people why this is important, why it is important, for example, for children who are born, who already exist to same-sex couples, that they have actually two parents. Because if one parent dies, and there is no legal sort of framework, what happens to the kid? So we made these stories very, very real. And at the end of the day, human rights is about protecting smaller groups. Otherwise, you have the tyranny of the majority. And for us, being able to get it through, more than 2/3 of my MPs voted for it. I did not impose party discipline because we never do so in these issues of principle. I think was an important step in the right direction. I'm happy about it. I was very happy when I saw the faces of the people who were in the gallery.
It looked festive in Greece, right?
Well, I think about also the faces of the people who were in the in the galleries in Parliament. Some very moving speeches by homosexual MPs who described their stories and the pain of growing up in, for example, there's going to be a kid in rural Greece today that's struggling with, 15 years old, struggling with sexuality, and they're going to feel more comfortable. And this is important at the end of the day. And this is, one of the reasons why we did this, and the fact that it was a center-right government that did it. The previous government of the radical left did not dare to do it.
But you're like Nixon going to China on this one, right?
Yeah, in a sense, maybe. But we worked very hard to explain to people what we're doing, and we fully respected those who disagreed, because I understand the arguments on the other side. I don't share them, but we never ever pointed the finger at those who disagreed. But I think the experience shows that once one crosses a Rubicon, then we're already at more than 50% approval, if I believe the polls. But then it becomes part of daily fabric, and people understand that at the end of the day, this is something that helps a few people, and it doesn't threaten anyone. So, and this is why it's so important.